My friends, this is the end of the 50-state shred. 12 months of riding, 49 different states. It was a grand adventure. I friggin' loved every bit of it. All the people I got to meet, all the trails I got to see, the food I got to eat. I can't summarize, I can't capture how awesome it was. I hope you've been along for the ride. We're gonna end it at 49 states. Hawaii is a no-go. Not a good time to travel. Kauai is where I was going to plan to go. They shut down their whole thing. So I'm calling it good, and I'm going to do my final ride at the place where I had my first ride, Rockville Hills Regional Park. 2020, crazy, crazy year. I think everyone's going to have a whole crazy handful of stories from this year. This is easily my best year ever and my worst year ever. The channel is doing fantastic. I met Sarah. The 50-state shred was awesome. But on the other hand, I lost my best friend a couple months ago to cancer. He's got a wife, he's got 2 kids. I think about him all the time and how their whole lives are just turned upside down. Haven't been able to spend as much time with my family this year when I've, needed it the most. I've had a couple good visits. We've been able to do we do visits on the back patio or through a screen door to see my niece, because my sister-in-law is pregnant right now and you don't want any complications from COVID happening. That family is in isolation now because the baby will be due here in a couple weeks. And so I won't be able to see the baby. We don't even know the gender of the baby, which is awesome. I think the surprise at birth of the gender is really cool because they're not doing ultrasounds or routine kind of checkups that they normally would do if COVID wasn't around. So many things to be grateful for. So many things to think about and be mournful of, but all we can control is what we can control. I can't bring Josh back. I can't fix anything. All I can do is control my life and just keep moving forward and hope I'm doing my job well enough to put a smile on your guys' face. I'm switching it up today. I'm gonna use the Hero 9 with the Max Lens mod, the Media mod. I've got an external microphone plugged into this thing. I've been using the same Hero 4 Black for the last 4.5 years with a mechanized gimbal. It's worked really well, but I've been testing this Hero 9 and the footage is very, very good. You can actually see and feel that there's some more action going on. You can see steepness, and hopefully I'll get this thing dialed in where it sounds just as good and it looks just as good as my old setup, because as old as that setup is, it still looks so good. It's so watchable. It sounds so good. So let's roll. Let's see how it looks, how it sounds. I came out here yesterday with Sarah and we filmed the whole video and it was terrible. I couldn't use it. The wind noise was awful. The color was terrible. The first time I've ever gone out for a full ride and not been able to salvage anything. Well, actually, I take that back. I did this dog meat no dab challenge a couple years ago with Zach from Trail Peak. And it was such a big nothing that it was like, that's not much of a video. I also had an ungodly clunk on my bike yesterday, and I think I finally figured out what it was. It's the collar that goes around my dropper post. That was loose. And so every time I go over anything rough, it would jangle and jingle and rumble. Oh, so awful. It's always gonna be a little bit of chain slap and such, but I could just tell something was weird. It took me forever to diagnose that. But it's happened before, but I didn't really realize that's what it was. We've got ourselves a perfect California December day. Whoa! It's supposed to be a pretty dry winter after a ridiculously dry summer. Oh, am I going the right way? I always mess this up. Oh no, I think we're good, yeah. So this was the section that I looked at the footage in my Hero 9 testing and I was like, oh man, this is actually getting closer to capturing what this mountain biking thing is, what it feels like. I cannot believe how many times I've done this and still get confused, but that helped. Yes.
man, that was the smoothest I've done that. So one of the limitations is really the roughness when the camera bounces around. I'll fix that, but yeah, I think you can really see what I'm working with when I'm coming through this rough stuff. Uh-oh, not clipped in. It's a Janko section. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo. I just love it, being able to translate just a little bit more. New section over here I had never done, and I really don't know which way to go actually, but oh yeah, this is it. God. Oh, I think that one's called Rocky Balboa. Yummy. There was a gaggle of a flock of turkeys. There was a murder of turkeys out here yesterday. It was so cool to get up behind them because the last thing they want to do is fly, to use any calories doing that. They'd rather just walk around. So eventually they had to fly the coop to get out of my way. You may see that I'm not wearing the latest and greatest BKXC gloves. That's a little oopsie-daisy on my part. Sarah ordered her stuff immediately when it dropped, and so she got hers super quick. I think I ordered mine later in the day, so my stuff should come very soon. But I'm really happy with the jersey. I think it just looks great. I think it's the best looking jersey I've done, the best gloves I've done. Super proud of it. And since I'm partnering with Worldwide Cyclery now, I had my merch up on their site, dropped it on Black Friday, and they were doing a promotion, Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, that all of their products would be $5 more expensive, and that $5 would be donated to NICA, the National Interscholastic Cycling Association, aka high school mountain bike clubs. They ended up raising around $13,700, and $755 of those dollars were from you guys buying my merch. So very cool to have such a simple thing. Doing discounts on Black Friday just didn't seem right for this upside down 2020. So super stoked on that, to have tons of money go to NICA and to be a part of it. So for all you cheapskates out there, the merch is back down to its normal price. Head on over to bkxc.store. Check it all out. You know, I could have made Hawaii happen if I really, really wanted to. I could have switched and gone to Maui instead of Kauai, done some other trails. I actually went to Maui last year and have a video about it, so that kind of counts. Not really. But everything's going through the roof right now. It just didn't feel right. I'm happy with everything I accomplished, and you guys being a part of that. Man, hundreds of people I met over the 50-state shred, and everybody had a part in it. Yeah, it's funny to think the kickoff was out here 12 months ago, Patreon group ride, bunch of people. Now I'm all by my lonesome. Oh, these manzanita trees are amazing. Whoop. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, the bike's feeling good. Uh-oh. Oh. Gee. Oh. Woo. Nothing like a little Rockville tech to tingle the jubilees. Extreme. Wouldn't have it any other way. So here's the current setup. Hero 9, max lens mod, media mod, external microphone plugged in, lavalier mic with the fuzzy wuzzy to keep the wind noise out. So far, so good. The Hero 9 battery is really good. It's way bigger and it lasts way longer.
I'm digging it so far. The setup might evolve. I definitely need a little cushioning here, or a strap here, to keep this from flopping around, because that's when you'll see on really rough terrain, maybe on that last section, when there's anything weird happening with the camera, it's the front to back flop.
I'm gonna try to clean this climb. It has been a long time since I've been able to get up this thing. Got a little bit better plan of attack, I think. Oh no, I can't do the full cheater line. Gotta stay. Oh, man. This damn thing. Oh, next time. So close.
You may have noticed I'm rocking a different helmet, the Fox Speedframe Pro. I really like it so far. I don't touch my head on the ground very often, but seems like this would do a good job if it ever happens, and until then, it's comfortable to wear and it feels nice and tight. One of the guys over at Fox is a fan of the channel, and he got me hooked up with this stuff for free. He also sent over some knee pads, and these are kind of the skinny, thin ones. The more thick ones were out of stock. When the poop hits the propeller, these knee pads, I don't know if they're really gonna stand up to much. They will help you from getting your knee skinned or bumping into the top tube on your bike, but if I'm gonna wear knee pads, I want the nice, big, thick ones. Not crazy body armor, insane, thick, hard plastic knee pads, but something a little more than this. This is nice. I'll wear them because otherwise, if I don't, something will probably happen. I do touch my knees to the ground way more than I touch my head to the ground. So hopefully they get the thicker ones in stock soon, because my previous knee pads, the Scott Grenade, whatever the heck, were awesome. Those were really good. I wore them for 2 years, and now they're all tattered and kind of junky now. So that would be my top choice, but I am willing to try out some other stuff.
All right, Mystic Ridge down to Coyote Track. A nice test. I think being able to see the seat in the footage just tells a lot more of the story. Oh, watery eyes. Doesn't make for good technical descending. Oh. Bam! Woo! Oh, my front brake is rubbing like crazy. Yeah. Yahoo! Just makes me think of all the wild and hairy stuff that I have captured previously that I need to go back and capture again for the first time. Okay, I think I'll go down the belly of the beast here, see what kind of shape Cascade is in. Stay loose. Oh, hurt my ankle. Slow motion. Oh, that's not where I want to go. There we go. Hang left. Clunk, 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 clunk. Okay, not too bad. Oh, it's a beastly thing. I was having trouble clipping in to one of the sides of my Shimano XT trail pedals. And since you can work on them, I was like looking at it and I could totally figure out the problem. Took them apart, put them back together. I feel like I actually accomplished something. Oh, another tough climb challenge. I just needed to be a hair wider. I've gotten over that one a couple times recently. It's a toughie. Woo. Rockville is a tough nut to crack. Gotta try to do a different trail every time you come out so you can get a little familiar. Whoa. I've been coming here for 10 years and there's still plenty of surprises. Oh no. Yeah. Lovely. Let's see what the Yukasabi roll is looking like. Oh, just go slow. Not that bad if you go slow. It's just a big old thing. Okay, let's finish this day strong on the unknown. Oh, touched my helmet on the old tree limb. Straight line it. Yeah, that section is just one of the best. I love it. Uh-oh. Yeah, so ugly. Whoa. That's where Sarah crashed yesterday. Holy moly. It was pretty spectacular. We can worry about the future, we can worry about the past, but really, all we have is right this second. And when you're on a bike, it's a lot easier to connect with that.
After a solid Rockville ride like that, it is mandatory to go down to Palaio's and get a chicken burrito. This chicken burrito is the best chicken burrito I've ever had because the chicken is just so juicy. It's so simple. I get without beans, so it's just rice, cheese, chicken, tortilla. It's perfection. I love it so much. We have a lot of burrito joints around here. There's Favelas, there's Adalberto's, but Palaio's for me, numero uno. Back home now, and I just loaded some of the footage up on the laptop. Looks pretty good to me, sounds pretty good to me. A little bit of roughness, I can take care of that with a little bit of a chest strap or something to keep it a little more steady. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that finally, maybe, just maybe, I've got something here that shows off the trail way more than it ever did before and hopefully is watchable. We shall see. Many more to come, many more experiments and failures and wins. Just like 2020, I'm sure 2021 will be a little similar. That's it for the 50 State Shred, the final chapter. All good things must come to an end. No more time lapse after this. No more theme song after this. We're gonna turn over a new leaf. We're gonna do new things, but pretty much the same, as Seth likes to say. Do me a favor, go ride something new, and maybe I'll see you on the trail.